It's Margarita, and today we are going to talk about using fragrance to attract a mate. This subject matter is resonating with me so much. In fact, just yesterday, I was at an event where I was promoting my brand, whistlenotes.com. You can check out my site. I do have my own line of fragrances. And they were asking about what I recommend if they are trying to attract a man. These ladies were telling me what they wore, and I was like, that's part of the problem. Now, of course, your personality, your attitude, and your energy do have a lot to do with it, has most to do with it. But fragrances do help. In a previous video, I talked about how the sense of smell is directly tied to the limbic system. And you can feel free to watch that video. It's on attracting abundance with fragrance to find out more about how the mind-matter connection actually works when it comes to fragrance. But today I wanted to talk specifically about being more attractive for the purposes of securing a romantic partner while using fragrance. Now, as I said before in the other video, you want to do everything with intention. When you are setting out to look for a mate, and before I get started, my disclaimer statement. This is not to be construed as medical, legal, financial, relationship, or any other kind of advice that someone can construe as professional. This is for entertainment and informational purposes only. That said, let's keep going. Now, there are various factors when it comes to attracting a partner, and it could be certain characteristics of your personality that may or may not be working with or against you. But it all starts with the intention, as I said before. What are you looking for? What kind of relationship do you want? Are you looking for something serious? Are you looking for something casual? Do you know what you're looking for? This all plays a role because what you're doing intentionally will actually spill over into what you are doing, like just subconsciously without conscious knowledge of what it is you're doing. So I'm going to talk about 4 different fragrance categories you can use based on what it is you are trying to amp up in your own attractor factor. Now, if you are looking for more physical magnetism, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and tonka would be the go-tos. Vanilla is sweet and comforting and naturally seductive. Amber is resinous and golden, and it glows with a sensual warmth. Sandalwood is creamy, woody, and grounding. And tonka adds depth and mystery because it's kind of sweetly spiced and cozy. Now, 2 fragrances in my collection that I would use for this are Santal Complete. This is a decant. I would love a big bottle, but I haven't even gone through this decant yet, and it's been a while. And this is by Fragrance Du Bois. And Tonka Peach by Gallagher. I actually just got this. And I actually have a Tonka blend because Tonka does not work well with my body chemistry. So if I name any notes that you don't particularly care for or that your body chemistry doesn't like, you can always get a blend, especially if it's one of the more dominant notes. You should be good to go. Sandalwood luckily layers nicely with just about everything. So you can even layer this as an undertone to whatever it is you're trying to exude for the day. Now, if you're looking for a more emotional connection, I recommend rose, jasmine, ylang ylang, and orange blossom. Most of these notes I personally do not care for. So what I would do is I would wear something that may have those as dominant notes, but not like so prominent that it repulses me. Now, rose is the classic symbol of love. It's rich and multifaceted. Jasmine is a natural aphrodisiac, believe it or not. It's intoxicating and confident. Ylang ylang is flirty and feminine, and orange blossom evokes innocence and allure. Now, luckily, 2 fragrances that I have that have these notes, because most of them I don't particularly care for, are fragrances that are actually in my top 5. Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian and Delina Exclusive by Parfums de Marly. These, I would actually say, are kind of crowd pleasing. Most women like these. Most men like these on other people. So I would say if I had to pick 2, it would be these. This is just yes. This is a sweet version of a fragrance, and this is a more floral, more mature version. So it's something for both sides of the spectrum. But these are 2 that I would recommend to evoke this emotion. Now, if you want to be more flirtatious and fun, I recommend cherry, honey, chocolate, and caramel. Yes, you want to smell like a snack. These notes just are triggers for fun. Now, cherry is juicy and provocative. It's playful with a hint of danger. Honey is sweet and animalic. It's sticky with a hint of temptation. Chocolate is rich and decadent and adds irresistible depth. And caramel evokes emotion and desire, and it's just buttery and sensual. Now, you can already tell if you watch this channel, me being the gourmand queen, this is my favorite category. And I guess I'm a little bit of a flirt too. I don't know. But my fragrances for this are Choco Musk by Al Rahab and Italica by Xerjoff Honey. The sexiest caramel on the planet. And this is just like a chocolate marshmallow. This just, I don't know. This is also very affordable. This oil was maybe $8. They do have a spray version too, also typically about $10. You can find it on Amazon and most places have it. But this is just a nice, inexpensive, sweet chocolate. These two together, like chocolate and caramel, think of like a turtle brownie. That is this. You will literally smell delicioso. And if you'd like to exude more confidence and approachability, I recommend musk, citrus notes, lavender, or pear. Now, musk is intimate and clean, and it also enhances your skin's natural scent. Think Close Encounters. Now, when I say citrus, particularly the notes of bergamot or mandarin orange. My honorable mention for that will be Mandarino de Amalfi by Tom Ford. That is probably the best take on mandarin orange, in my opinion. But citruses tend to be bright and joyful. Lavender tends to be emotionally grounding. It's also calming and familiar. And pear is crisp and juicy and adds a flirtatious sparkle. Now, 2 scents in my collection that I use when I want to feel more confident, more approachable, or more people-y, if you will, more universally acceptable, whatever you want to call it. I would say Atelier d'Or's Pink Me Up and Kayali Musk 12. Let's talk about this. Let's have a moment of silence for this bottle. Do you see the little speck of a corner that's left in here? Kayali, if you are watching, you all need to do another release of this, okay? We are holding on by a thread here with this Musk 12. It has been sold out for the longest, and they need to make a new batch. This is the best musk I have ever smelled. A good follow-up to this one, which you can easily get, is Initio's Musk Therapy. But this one, if you can get your nose on this Musk 12 is the perfect musk. It is not animalic smelling. It doesn't smell like a musty musk. But this layers well with just about everything. This is a perfect white t-shirt scent. This is a perfect scent for going to bed. This is a perfect easy reach. This is just a perfect all-around scent, almost to like if you are someone who is not into fragrance but just want to have something, or if you're just starting and you're fragrance shy, Musk 12 is definitely a go. This, well, you see the bottle. I am like using it so sparingly now because I don't know when I'll be able to get some more. But these two are great for that. Now that said, you can also do some diabolical layering combinations across the genres. Say, for example, you want it to be more confident, but also a confident flirt. So I would say maybe the Musk 12 with this Italica, which is a combination that I personally like. Yes. Or maybe you just want to have more of a connection with someone on a spiritual level. Then I would say Love Don't Be Shy and Santal Complete. But there's so many things that you can do to mix and match to really make it your own. And when your nose hits it, it's going to resonate with you and you're going to smell it and you're going to feel so good. You're going to feel it. I don't want this to become something that is so painstakingly thought intensive. No, this should be an easy process. Intentional, but easy. Let me know in the comments if you agree. You don't want things to become such a chore that it becomes, not fun and something that you just don't want to do. I want you to enjoy this process. I want you to play around with this process. And there are so many fragrances these are just recommendations in my collection. There are thousands upon thousands of fragrances you can play with. There are solo notes, which are fragrances that are just singular note, or there are compositions, ones that have multiple notes. But feel free to play with it to find something that is uniquely you. Put your own stamp on it. And also make sure that your energy is putting out that which you seek to attract, because that right there is the real attractor factor. Now be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anyone and everyone. And until next time, I am Margarita, and you have an awesome day. Bye.